Well, let's switch gears. With Thanksgiving just a day away, Wisconsin potato growers are working overtime to keep a holiday staple on your table.
One local farm is running at max capacity to make sure families across the Midwest get fresh potatoes for the big meal.
WMTV's Shanna Najawan visited Alsome Farms and Produce in Columbia County to see how the potatoes make it from the field to your feast. Shanna.
Mark Lee, Alsome crews are packing tens of thousands of pounds of potatoes a day and relying on generations of Wisconsin growers to keep up with holiday demand.
Wisconsin is actually ranked third in the nation for potato production, so east of the Mississippi River, Wisconsin is #1.
As families prepare their Thanksgiving plates, Wisconsin farmers are racing to keep up with one of the busiest food weeks of the year.
We grow 2,700 acres of Wisconsin-grown, healthy-grown potatoes.
At Alsome Farms and Produce, the push to get potatoes from field to store starts before the sun comes up.
We have our production shed where we're packing during the Thanksgiving week over 30 loads a day that are going out to customers across the Midwest.
Each morning at 4 a.m., crews are washing, grading, and packing potatoes. And during Thanksgiving week, production reaches the highest levels of the year.
Really, as far as new projects, this isn't the time of year for that. This time of year is for packing potatoes.
Every department steps up to make sure orders are filled, part of a network of growers that's been supporting each other for generations.
All the teams have done a great job. They've been really stepped up, put in the hours that we need, and everything's running really well this year.
That teamwork stretches across the state, powering an industry built on collaboration rather than competition.
Generations and generations of coordination and relationship go into providing fresh packed Wisconsin potatoes, and there's a lot more cooperation or collaboration than you would expect in other types of manufacturing where it's really cutthroat.
And for the people behind the scenes, seeing their work reach store shelves and Thanksgiving dinner tables is what it's all about.
And you see families reaching into the bin and picking up this product. It makes knowingly that we're all had a hand in getting it to market and serving our customer and having the best potato eating experience possible.
And the family farm grows thousands of acres, around 200 million pounds of Wisconsin healthy grown potatoes throughout the year, from russets and reds to yellows and creamers. Live in the studio, Shanna Najawan, WMTV 15 News.
All right, Shanna, thank you. Alsome says choosing Wisconsin-grown potatoes supports local farmers, reduces miles to market, and delivers the freshest product to families across the Midwest.